If I'm teaching you networking, I will tell you, I will empty myself into you. In less than a day, you can learn networking. I'm a good at Chukunos Angelo. Basically, I started tech like as a child, but I made it. To me, it was like a hobby, but I made it something I could make money from. What I did basically was I did bioresources engineering. So when I finished, I was not like, okay, I can tap from my knowledge of bioresources engineering, but let me do something tech. The dream has I've been nursing the dream since my 200 level.
Okay.
So I told my roommate then that I said when I'm done with school, I want to start a tech company.
So tell us about your business. You run a business. He has a registered company, and I want you guys to go check it out. So tell us more about your company and what you guys do.
Okay. The company started as A&G Metrics. We just two started the company. So along the line, we started partnering with somebody. So we changed the name to Gap Metrics. So we are into website design, we're into school management portal, business management and design. We're into e-commerce website design. We're into we develop app. We have a CBT application to write exams, and we have a JAM CBT application for people to practice JAM questions. Personally, my strength is into networking. I'm the lead networking engineer. So like I so master the craft that you hardly come to a number and measure two networking engineers without mentioning me.
Wow, I must say that Gap Metric Solutions is like a handful, guys. They do practically everything when it comes to ICT. You heard him correctly. They do, like, the list is just so long, man. I'm sure you heard them correctly. So one other question that I want to ask you is, I mean, looking at Nigeria and the economic circumstance in Nigeria, how difficult or how easy is it for you to run a company, especially a tech company, in this sort of economy, this sort of climate? How easy has it been for you since you started? And I mean, how is the sale going on thus far?
Anybody that is saying is easy in Nigeria right now, that person is actually lying.
Can you imagine? Like anybody that's saying it's easy in Nigeria is actually, are you serious? Like, for real?
I said person is to scam. Currently, nothing is easy in Nigeria. But if you want to really make it easy for yourself, then your clients has to pay the price. I'm sorry to say, like jobs I collect 100K for. I know I collect 100K for them. Economy changed, my pricing changed, and each time I acquire new skills, I have to
the pricing goes up.
My pricing also goes up. So I added value to myself. It affects my pricing. So that's how it goes. I may not have a skill right now, and I see this skill. If you tell me that I'll pay for this skill, I go and learn it.
Wow.
Just to collect the money. So because of the economy, I still acquire new skills, add it to my portfolio. I keep adding it in the company portfolio also. So I just keep marketing myself, keep being relevant to clients and to jobs coming up. So at the end of the day, there's hardly any ICT job you give me I will not collect. I'll collect it. At least I'll go and learn it. Wow. 2 nights.
You know what I like most about what you just said is the fact that you keep developing yourself. And that's one thing that's very important, guys. Like, whatever it is you are doing, one of your driving force should be the ability for you to keep improving yourself. Because I mean, someday, somehow, if you are not updated in your craft, somebody's just going to come out of the blues and just just push you out to the corner. And so I want us to talk about like a particular niche that you have in networking. Yeah. Okay, so I want us to just dwell a little bit on that niche. What exactly is networking, and how do you go about it? If I wanted, as a layman, what is networking to me? Like, just explain it in just simple terms.
Okay. When you walk into a company, you find out that, okay, let me use something we're all familiar with. When you walk into a bank, you find out that everybody in the bank, they're working, they're doing fine. Somebody at a different counter prints on one printer. Someone else on a different counter still prints on the same printer. Even the customer service print on the same printer. What's happening is just simple networking. Now, that is it can be wireless, it can be wired also. So, like, okay, now let me give you the one I dwell on more. I help people in network Jam CBT centers. Now, Jam CBT centers have a capacity of 275 systems. Now, 275 systems cannot just work. They must be networked.
Oh wow, that's beautiful. And one other thing that just crossed my mind is like this being in this age and time whereby every skill that you would want to learn is practically on the internet. I mean, YouTube is just like there's practically like what's termed the YouTube University, if you know what I mean. So, is networking, I mean, in this sort of magnitude that you've painted it to be, is this something? Is it a skill that we can actually learn on the internet, just behind our computer screens? Is it something that we can sit in the comfort of our homes on the bed and just buy data and just learn it online? Because man, there are so many people with data and they don't know where to get these skills. You know, maybe what you do is you first of all tell us how you learned it, and then just briefly tell us how we can go about it to learn it. Is this something we can learn online?
Okay. Okay. Let me start from how I learned it. Actually, when I was working for my former boss, I was working as a secretary. I do most of the paperwork. My boss found out that I was so dedicated. So one day he called me. Hey, Andrew, give me that. I said, what's that, sir? He said, give me. He pointed it. I gave him. Next day, he said, give me this. I started bringing things. Before I knew, in less than a week, I knew everything he's in doing his work. Then one day, the day he knew I was so determined was when he wanted to type a 24-digit serial number, 25-digit serial number. He was so shocked. I started calling the number from my head. It was like, you took your time. I was like, not this one. The rest, I know the rest. Well, like, seriously, I said yes. He was not like, okay, he will take his time and teach me. Because he had issue teaching other people. So, just the dedication alone was enough. He started teaching me. You can learn networking from online. In fact, right now, if I'm teaching you networking, I will tell you, I will empty myself into you, but I will still tell you the truth. You need to go online. There are different ways you can network. You can get your own signature. I have my own signature for networking. You can have your own. I learned mine from a humble beginning, gradually. Then it is online. In less than a day, you can learn networking. So what you add to yourself, the knowledge you add to yourself is not what will make you marketable. So at the end of the day, everything is online.
So that's beautiful. You heard it first from this channel that you can learn networking online. Like everything is just out there, at your reach. If you take advantage of most of this information, like they say, the sky will be just your limit. So far, if you are to be in a position to advise, like you are now, be in a position to advise younger programmers, what would be that one thing that you want to tell them to watch out for? What are the failures that you've had? What are the challenges that you've seen, and what are the successes that have shaped your experiences that have made you one of the best programmers out there that I know today?
Okay, I would say don't expect everyone to give you everything. People are going to mess you up. ICT is revolve around computer. Okay, what will it be? As in, how would I use the computer to do networking when I don't even understand computer itself?
Wow.
So so that was not a problem. I learned engineering. I can fix a system. I can do hardware repair. I can do software repair. My network can only work when the system is working.
Yeah.
So that was an obstacle. Then I learned how to fix. So I don't just do programming. I don't just do networking. I also fix what I network. And the fun thing is that all these things are in our phones, are in our system, but we don't actually know their use.
Yeah.
So it is possible. It can be done, and people make money from it.
Yeah. So, like, what is that last word that you have to say to that young, aspiring programmer out there?
From the beginning, it looks like jargon. At the end, you make sense out of it. Don't learn everything. Start with one.
Okay.
Before now, I don't know Android. I know other programming, but I saw a pay for Android. I learned Android. Sleepless night. I have to learn Android. So start from the one you can monetize easily. Start from them, so that at least when you're making money from this, you can start. You will not start broadening your knowledge to others. Then you start taking jobs that you learn. You can take job, market yourself, that you can do those stuff. Before you know.
I mean, if you're waiting for everything to be at your beck and call before you actually set out to do whatever it is you want to do, you might end up waiting for forever, you know. So once you start small, just little by little, like you said, you can begin to broaden your knowledge and things just begin to fall into place for you. How did they even say that himself? You want to close the curtains,
Draw the curtain.
draw the curtains, yeah. So that's it. I hope this was helpful to you. I trust it was. So, guys, you know the drill. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can share this to your friends who need this information. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's your boy Tony Adama and our awesome guest Angelo in the building. Cheers.